everybody got the lights on you, everybody trying to be, you know, in your business. You know, how do you maintain that?
Man, it's something, I'm not even gonna lie, it's something I learned recently, not too long ago. It's something I picked up and and it's really helped me so far. You know, you have to understand, man. It's like they're gonna have their view of you regardless. It's like, and perception, they say in this day and age, is reality. You understand? So for me, if I start to allow the perception become my reality deep down, you see, it's one thing, a ship does not sink because of the water around. A ship will sink because of the water that gets in. You understand? So for me, I'm not going to allow the water that's outside to get in my ship and sink it. And from the moment you realize that you're the only one that can allow this water, because that water is going to be around the ship regardless. It's a ship. You understand? That's what we are. We're ships on this river, and we're surrounded by water. Now, are you going to allow that water get in your ship? Right. You feel me? So that's my thing. I'm not. The moment I start to show and scream, and many times I've let the water get in my ship. You understand? And you know, somehow, alhamdulillah, it didn't sink. Right. But we managed to get the water out. Right. You understand? So really and truly, it's something that we're just living and learning, man. You know.
Right. Yeah. And let me break down what he's saying, just in case, you know, if there's some youngins out there and they watching and they don't get, you know, the water in the ship, you know, they like, what he's saying is he don't let the negativity into his life, the demons, the bad things. He try to block all of that shit away. So if this a guy right here and I fuck with you, but you not good for what I got going on, I can't fuck with you. I got to fuck with you from a distance.
Over there.
You feel what I'm saying? So that's what he's saying when he's saying he can't let the water get in his ship and sink the ship. That's because if he Burna boy and he doing gigantic shit out here, he got to surround himself with motherfuckers that's going to be an asset and not a liability. You feel what I'm saying? You got to bring something to the table. You feel what I'm saying? Because this is a ship that's trying to keep moving. It ain't trying to sink.
Exactly.
And at the end of the day, a lot of times, a lot of motherfuckers who get cut off and then be back in the hood or back at home and they talking crazy, or they don't fuck with me no more. No, nigga, you was sinking the ship, nigga.
Facts.
Yeah.
The ship was rolling and you had a drill and you at the bottom of the ship poking holes in that motherfucker, man.
Oh,
show him off.
Yep.
Because ain't nothing gonna stop this shit from moving. When you really believe and you love what you do and you give a fuck and you feeding your family and you done came from a place that you could never think that you would be in, and now you here, you can't allow shit to sink your ship. So I just wanted to give y'all that narrative because some people might sit back and they hear it and it sound good, but they don't really understand what he talking about. Everybody can't go.
Everybody can't go, man.
Was you cool with just being big at where you from and that shit just happened? What was your mindset? Did it just happen organically, or was you pushing like, no, I want to be big in the States?
It's like, it wasn't really the States per se, but it was always a thing where it's like I always knew I was bigger than the space I was in. You know, I just always knew like where I was at is not where I belong. You understand? I didn't belong in that situation or in that place. You understand? I belonged in the world. You understand? Because as far back as I remember, I identified myself as a global citizen and not a citizen of any country or any, you know, like,
right.
That's always how I saw myself. I never saw myself as the guy from here or from this and that. Nah, I always wanted it to be something where if you're from China or you're from India or from anywhere, you can see me and identify. Right. You understand? Because there's something that you can identify with. You understand? So it's the same thing with the US. That's just kind of always how I saw myself. I was never content with where I was, you know?
So it was more like I make African sounding music, but it's a global thing.
Exactly.
This is a global sound. This is a sound that you can play in Japan, and you can play in Dubai, and you can play in Philadelphia. And so I understand the mindset. You said, you just wasn't making music for African people.
No.
When your mindset was, I'm trying to make global music. I'm trying to make festival music.
Exactly. I'm trying to make music I can perform in a village in Nigeria, in a village in Gambia, and in East, West, and North or South of Africa, and in the whole world, and in China, and in US, and in big stadiums in the UK, like the same song.
Absolutely.
That's kind of what I wanted, and it was never a thing of, because I speak this language or that language. I feel like the music in itself is a language.
Right.
You understand? And it's the most universal language, because there's a bunch of songs that I don't even know what they're saying.
Right, but you enjoy them.
But I can sing word for word.
Right.
Yeah.
You understand?
Right.
And I feel it when I sing it.
Right.
You understand? So, yeah, that's kind of the same thing I felt with, rest in peace, Sidhu Moosewala, who just died. He was like a legend from India, from Punjab, and his music from the beginning, even before we got, close and, started working on a mixtape that might never come out now. Yeah, man, I just felt the music. I just felt like bruh, like I could have made this.
Right.
Right. Even if I don't even speak no
right.
Punjab or nothing. Right. You feel me? Right. But I could literally sing most of the songs that I fuck with word for word.
Don't even know the language.
And I don't even know what it means.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
So
real. That just means it's a great fucking melody and a great beat.
Yeah.
And great
it talks
melodies.
to your soul.
Right.
It really talks to your soul. Like
right.
whatever it's telling your soul, whether it's good or bad, it's still talking to your soul.
Right.
When you say where I'm from is a part of where I'm going, what do you mean?
So it means that, like, without coming from where I'm from, I wouldn't be able to see the world in the way I see it. You understand? I wouldn't be able to understand a lot of things that a person who is content with where he is and, just wants to be there would understand. He wouldn't understand anything I'm trying to really say. You understand? But when you know that, look, your purpose is bigger than any one place or person, then you begin to, just take life like that and see life like that, and see everywhere you go like that. You feel me? If I come to America, I'm seeing the way I see the America might not be the same way another person, another artist who's coming from exactly where I'm coming from will see it.
Right.
You understand? That's because we might be from the same place, but we're not from the same place.
Right.
I don't know if it makes sense.
It makes 100% sense. You know what I mean? Because we can both be from North Philly, but we don't vision life the same.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. And for you to vision life as a global citizen, coming from where I'm coming from, I mean, it's
a lot of people don't even vision that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
And I can't blame anyone. There are a lot of people that do at the same time.
Right.
But you know how it goes in life. The majority is always on the bad side.
Right.
You feel me?
So you from Nigeria, right? I got a good friend,
Everybody has a good friend from Nigeria.
Yeah.
But I got a good friend that's from Liberia. And he told me, he was telling me how he was raised, you know what I mean? He grew up in a village in Liberia, He's a little older than y'all, so he had to escape war and, do all this crazy shit. And, did you come up in a village in Nigeria?
No.
Oh, okay, because,
I mean, we're all from villages.
Yeah.
You understand? But
explain that. Break that down when you say that.
Okay, so basically, everyone is from some village, and then you make it to the city, and then you just keep going like that. That's the normal.
Oh, so you come from a village, then you make it to the city. That's like we moved up a little bit, and then you just try to progress in life.
And then you go to the world, and
yeah,
that's kind of how it is. So I mean, my father did the village side for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to my village a lot, like when I was younger and stuff.
Right. But your father was the one that broke the curse.
Yeah. know. So yeah, we got to the city and yeah, it was it was amazing, you know.
Right.
And at the same time, it kind of shows you how to really, what really the world is, like without any filters.
Right. Right.
You understand? So.